Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's 9 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, on my community page this morning I put a post up saying that I was working on a video for how I believe a Biden economy will be better than a Trump economy and how Trump has piddled away the good economy that he got from Obama, and how like the last 6-7 recessions have all been during Republican presidencies. But I'm working on it, and I really want it to be a good video, and I'm working on all my points for it. So that's going to be probably in the next video. This video, I want to talk about Trump's continuing call at his rallies to his supporters to be poll checkers, and how it's just another embarrassment of. I never thought that this would be an issue in America, where we find ourselves again after seeing that train wreck of a debate due to Trump. Here's one little note. So it was counted up between how many times Trump interrupted either the moderator or his opponent, and how many times Biden interrupted. Over 70 times Trump was counted interrupting, and less than 20 times for Biden. So we can quite easily blame this train wreck mainly, pretty much completely on Trump and his just tactics. All right, now he was asked to put himself aside from white supremacists, the Proud Boys, and we saw what he did with that. He used the words stand back, stand by, and they love it. They're using it for all their memes and their patches and all that stuff now. This is the troubling thing. So we see this thing where they're all happy. These right-wing groups are happy that we're standing by, Mr. President. That was one of the tweets we saw this morning on the news. And at these rallies, he's asking his supporters to be poll checkers. At the North Carolina rally, I believe it was, he said something to the effect that, I don't like it. I don't like these Democrat governors. I want you guys to go there and watch it. Watch the thieving, the stealing, and the robbing. I think that's pretty much an exact quote from Trump's North Carolina rally, I think September 2nd or September 8th. And he's pretty much continually doing this at every rally, asking his supporters to show up, or when they show up at the polls to... This is what I'm talking about. I'm not sure what... I know what he's asking them to do. Let's cut the bull here. He wants them to intimidate voters. It's another form of voter suppression. Let's just call it what it is. Honestly, what's he looking for? What's he telling his supporters to look for? One random guy going out, coming around, and coming back in and voting twice? Is that what he's asking his supporters to look for? Now, he's saying this at every rally to thousands of supporters. He's encouraging thousands of supporters, hundreds of thousands of his supporters, millions, to show up at the polls and poll check and have, it sounds like he's actually asking his supporters to confront voters. And I can't imagine that's legal, but I think I think it was in Virginia, where we saw Trump supporters showing up in these trucks with these bullhorns, intimidating voters. There was even reports of them creating a line that voters couldn't get through. Now, he's still doing this. He's still asking his supporters to do this, to show up at the polls. Now, here's my question. What is it you're looking for? He's talking about the mail-in balloting. I don't like it, And now, obviously, that's not what he's talking about when he's talking to the supporters. Now, is he insinuating now that he doesn't trust the regular polls either, or the voting at the polling places? Because that's pretty much what he's saying. Honestly, guys, I got a little plan I'm putting together. I am good. Let's just say I'm going to go to the polls looking as questionable as legally allowed. Because this is a Democrat. We do have a Democrat governor, and I'm one of the people that is not intimidated by. I am hoping to be confronted by a Trump supporter and asked about my voting privileges. And I've already got a plan for this. I'm going to do a little shopping, and I know as clothing wise, we have to be a little careful of what to wear. You can be asked. I don't think you can wear anything. I think there's regulations, but believe me, I am going to come as close as I can to. I want to appear questionable. If there's Trump supporters at my polling place looking to intimidate, I want them to come talk to me. I'm looking forward to throwing a little trouble back their way. Of course, I'm not talking about violence. I'm actually brushing up on my Spanish too. I want to make this as difficult as I can for Trump supporters. This is my plan. So anyway, though, so he told the Proud Boys. Now we've seen the reaction, the Proud Boys' reaction. We're ready, Mr. President. We're standing by. And this is what's worrying me. And he's still continually asking his supporters to go to these polling places to look for the robbing, the thieving, and the stealing. Those three words, he used those three words. Seriously, what's he talking about? What are they robbing, stealing, and thieving? Is he talking about the votes? How is this going to happen? I vote all the time. I vote at every election. I know how they're run in my polling place. They have people watching from the Republican Party to see the Republican turnout. They have people from the Democrat Party, and it runs smoothly. But Trump apparently is saying that he doesn't trust this either. Come on, we all know what this is all about. That Donald Trump will not accept. Picture this. This is one last thought to leave you with. Imagine if he does lose, in a fair and square. He's beaten, Can you picture Donald Trump with his personality? Can you imagine him going away and just going back into public life without? I don't think his personality will allow it. I don't think his narcissistic personality will allow it. You look at 2016, and he couldn't even accept winning because he had it damaged his ego that the public vote was more for Hillary, and he only won by the electoral count. That he had to make up some excuse for that. I don't see him. I just don't think he will be able to ever accept being beaten. If he is fairly beaten in this election, I don't see it happening. And again, this is just one more thing on top of the slowing down the mail, the voter suppression, the gerrymandering, and now this, asking his people to show up at the polls to intimidate voters. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know if he thinks illegal or undocumented people are going to try to vote. Let's be realistic. If you're undocumented, if you were here and you were undocumented, right? Would you go vote? I don't see why. If somebody was here and undocumented, they had a job, maybe they had their family here or something, maybe they were renting or whatever. They would have so much to lose. What would they have to gain by going to vote? I don't see a lot. I don't see why any undocumented person would even try to go vote. They would have far more to lose. And I don't see anything that they could possibly gain. I mean, they're already here and working. If they're here now and they're going to try to vote in the November 3rd election, why would they possibly put themselves in that spot? Obviously, they got in here during the Trump presidency, and it's working for them. I don't see any reason why they would even attempt to go vote. And again, this is just a blatant push I believe it's to groups like the Proud Boys and other groups like that to show up at these polls to intimidate voters. I think he's pulling out all the stops, all the cheating, lying, win at all cost tactics he can, and destroying our democracy in the way he's doing it, and making us an embarrassment. All right, I'll be back with another video later. You guys have a good Thursday.